WRTR Real Talk Radio. Featured guest DJs. Original shows. Music news. The hottest DJs from around the world.
Remembering the lives lost and affected during September the 11th back in 2001. Never forget. And we're welcoming you to a new week here on WRTR Real Talk Radio. My name is Marcus Smoot. Welcome back.
My name is Miss Lyric Bravado. Hey, how you guys doing?
What's going on in your world, black girl? How you mood? How you feeling?
Busy. Adjusting to school is so difficult, especially when you're going back later in life and you have all these responsibilities and stuff.
Right.
But I am doing my best to make it work.
How's the climate? Like, are you fellowshipping with, the Gen Zers and all that crap?
You actually have to. It's a part of your grade. So every week they have a discussion post, and you have to post and meet certain guidelines of whatever we're talking about that week. But you also have to respond to 2 other people using what they call a RISE guideline, and you have to ask certain questions in each reply that you make to the 2 different people. So
they kind of force engagement.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you know what? When you grow up, see, we didn't grow up and there was internet. We had to develop social skills that I feel like, now, I don't know. Do you feel like kids are snubbed with that kind of nowadays or not?
Kind of, sort of. I mean, I think it's good. It's a good thing because it's forcing you to have interactions and open up the line of communications. If you're not used to that. Right. And me, I'm really not. I'm a people person too. If I know you, then I'll talk to you, but I'm not really a chatty patty when it comes to strangers and stuff. I don't know, maybe it was because I was raised stranger danger and I don't really be talking.
I made a joke online. I said the trash has went out more times than I did this summer. So
yeah,
I mean, I guess we're getting. Oh, my mood is nostalgic, and this is perfect. This is a perfect segue into it because, okay, so this past weekend, for those of you that follow my social media and stuff, I posted a very brief little thing of my mom opening her birthday gift. Mm-hmm. And, we gave her a box, and inside the box, I didn't, post it online or anything, but it was something very special. It was a picture. And, it was emotion and stuff, but just being around my parents and everything, watching them get older, watching myself get older, it's I see so much of myself, or them and myself, rather. Mm-hmm. And it's just wow, I get that from you. And it's even the bad stuff, the stuff that you feel, you be I hate that about myself. Be I hate that on you too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's nostalgic and it was fun. I had a good weekend. When was your last show?
When was my last show? Well, speaking of which, we were supposed to have a show last Friday.
Okay.
But what happened was, we all got there. We were supposed to get there at 11 at B&G Tavern in Occoquan, Maryland.
Oh.
Got off at Indian Head.
You calling them out?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
And the band that played before us came late.
Okay.
They didn't get started till around 11:30, 11:40 or so.
Gotcha.
And when they finally got there, they were ill prepared. They did not bring their drum pedal. So they
had to borrow your drum pedal.
They had to borrow ours, right? So
why didn't y'all say no? Nah, girl, we ain't got no man pedal either. We ain't got it.
Listen, out of the kindness of my drummer's heart, he was like, all right, And at first he was like, y'all gonna have to like compensate because we came prepared. Y'all already are inconveniencing us because we were supposed to go on at a certain time and y'all came late. So they said they would, compensate, and then he changed his mind about it. No big deal. So when they were ending their set, one of the guys decides to try to take down the congos, knowing that we need them.
Oh. Okay.
And it went left. And so
of course,
we ended up not playing because it was almost a brawl. And it's one of those things where people are very intimidated by the band that I play for and will do whatever they can to stop us from doing what we came to do. So that's what happened.
Both had exciting weekends, and okay, so I guess we gotta let y'all know about a big change in our WRTR family. So some of you have been with me and us on this journey since like day one, and listen, that means the absolute world to me. But Ticket Man's schedule is shifted, and now he can't play with us no more. So he's pausing his podcast journey for now. I mean, nigga ain't dead. It's like if we want to pop back on, if he gets some time, then that's fine. But
absolutely.
I mean, it's literally our schedule shifting. You get grown, you got shit to do, and it doesn't always work around everybody else's schedule. So I mean, we get it. No love lost, but yeah, we're gonna work it out. I don't know what me and Lyric gonna do. I mean, we'll be here for a while. Maybe we'll add a third. Maybe we'll have some guest hosts or something.
That would be fun.
Yeah, some listeners every now and again. But, you got to screen people because y'all be wild.
Yeah, because they got to keep the ratchetness to a minimum. We allow some, but...
Like, we sophisticated.
We're going overboard.
Yeah, we like sophisticated. And... I would get off air sometimes, especially when we were doing the TV show. I would get off air to like Ashy Dicks and booty hole pics and my DMs, and I'm just like, no part in the show did I ever say, send me this. Like, I never did it. So, I don't know, it's weird.
Very.
All right, moving on. Black facts. Get your black facts. What you got, black girl?
Okay, so... I sent you this, and I was so excited to see this because I feel as though us as a Black community needs to do more of these type of things. So, a Black-owned business owner got the surprise of her life when a whole flash mob entered her store to support her.
What?
So that her business did not close. In Atlanta,
so it would go viral, and she would get all the customers to come and take pic. Oh,
yes,
dopeness.
Yes. It all started. This man, he met all of his people, or I don't know how he went about it. It really didn't say much in the video, but I know that they met at a Target, and he gathered all the people and they walked all the way to her store. And it had to be at least over 100 people that was walking to this lady's store. She was so surprised and so grateful, and she said that her prayers have been answered because she did not want to close. But, times are hard. This economy sucks. And
that's black magic.
That's where her store, unfortunately, was heading. Until the Black community banded together and said, absolutely not. We are going to make sure that you stay open and that you keep flourishing because we need more Black business owners. So now she is able to stay open. And I thought this was so important to talk about today because I feel as though We need to realize the power of our black dollar.
Do we? Do we? Come on.
Yes. I mean, it was so heartwarming to see. And if we realized how impactful we could be when we do stuff like this is the type of things that will cause change.
Yep.
So that was definitely my
That warms my heart.
Yes, I love to see it.
Me too. Another thing that warmed my heart. So I want to tell y'all about the first African American to win the National Spelling Bee, beating over 200 contestants.
Wow.
And yeah, so I was also a little kid prodigy with spelling and shit. Like, I could spell anything. Can't spell shit now, but I could spell anything back then. And anyways, this ain't about me. This is about 14-year-old Zyla Avant-Garde. How cool is that as a name?
Okay.
All right, from Harvey, Louisiana, they made history as the first African-American Scripps National Spelling Bee winner.
Yeah.
She clinched the title by spelling Mariah. And no, not like Carrie. It's Murraya. I might even be saying that wrong because I'm not as smart as Miss Avant-Garde. Okay. All right, so she spelled that in the final round, surpassing 208 contestants from 5 different countries, earning multiple full ride scholarships. So while Kamala out here paying loans, she said, no, girl, continue to give that to somebody that needs it. I got this over here.
I love that.
Me too.
Love
all right.
that.
Well, we're saying too many good things, so, shit probably about to go left. All right. Now, let's see, what else? I guess that's all I got for here. I was going to talk about my little nostalgia with Shaquille O'Neal back when he was, remember when he had a rap career?
Ciao.
That's when all the athletes were like doing this weird pop culture crossover. You remember that? Because you had the Mike Jordans with the Space Jam and the Bugs Bunnies and all. Like, every athlete was doing like weird crossovers. Like, you had Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. They were always in those movies. And
yeah,
I don't know, but I don't want to talk about them. So anyways, if it were lyric, coming up right after this.
One thing I will never forgive the internet for is how y'all have bastardized the concept of accountability. Holding someone accountable means that you are asking them to take responsibility for their decisions and the harm that they have caused. It is not sitting online giving your unsolicited opinions towards the way that other people live their lives. It is also not piling on somebody for whatever arbitrary offense that the internet chooses on any given week to the point that they bend under the constant harassment and offer a fake ass apology. By the way, if you ever see me on this app giving one of those performative apologies, I promise it's a hostage situation. I promise. Call the authorities. Then there's this absurd question of who is allowed to hold Black women accountable. That question has popped back on my For You page because everybody's dragging that Just a Girl lady who gives those vapid takes on Black women in marriage. And every time that question is asked, I'm left wondering what the fuck y'all are holding us collectively accountable for. I know that y'all have become so accustomed to the ways that Black women are policed in society, so you may not realize this, but a Black woman existing in a way that you disapprove of is not something she owes you accountability for. Twerking, wearing bonnets in public, being unmarried, being too independent, not being feminine enough, being outspoken, being angry, not being submissive, realizing that we don't exist to be complementary to Black men. None of those things are a matter of accountability. And if you want to talk about the disparities around marriage and single motherhood in the Black community, there are sociologists who have dedicated their entire careers to studying why those disparities exist. Maybe start there, maybe pick up a book before you get on a timeline sounding like a fucking Republican talking about the state of the Black family. And to answer the question of who can hold me accountable as a Black woman, I don't know. Maybe people in communities that I have actually harmed? People who hold perspectives that are not colored by misogyny and the desire to control Black women. But you know who can't hold me accountable? A goofy motherfucker with a ring light. Good day.
Maybe not what you should do, but definitely she would. If it were lyric.
Hey, you guys, it's me, your girl, Miss Lyric, and I'm back with my segment, If It Were Lyric, where I discuss and give my 2 cents about your situationships, friendships, and relationships, and everything in between. If you guys want to continue to send me your advice questions, please send them to my Gmail at lyricbravado@gmail.com, or feel free to DM me on my social media pages, which would be my Facebook, my Instagram, or my Twitter, and sometimes TikTok at Lyric Bravado. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, now let's get into it. All right, my first one is anonymous. And it's a little spicy. We're going to start off spicy today.
I love anonymous. They always juicy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Dear Lyric, I slept with my roommate.
Okay. Here we go.
So don't judge me, but here's a little backstory. We've been roommates for the past 3 years, and I consider her my best friend. We talk about everything. We do everything together, and we know almost everything about each other.
Mm-hmm. Genitalia and everything.
I've personally never had a legitimate same-sex experience, and I don't believe she has either. We're both single and routinely see each other with guy friends at our apartment and always talk about stuff and have never... What is she saying? And have never what?
Well, I don't know. Is it a gay term?
Girl, I don't know, but you need to check your spelling. Anyway, we're going to skip over that. We cuddle sometimes or make other
avant-garde
intimate contact, but I have always considered her a platonic friend. Well, last night we were having some girl time and drinking some wine, got a little tipsy, nothing crazy, and we ended up sleeping together.
Nothing crazy.
Watching an all-girl porn. What? The next day, I felt extremely weird about it, and now I don't know what to say to her anymore. What should I do?
What? We were just watching porn together, so we decided, all girl porn, mind you, and we just decided, hey, that looks fun, and well, now neither one of us wants to look at one another and say, okay, girl, calm down. Really?
You busted and disgusted, girl. Wow, that's a lot. Well, it definitely changes the dynamic of your relationship for sure. Ooh, y'all done got real intimate and real friendly with each other.
You just can't go back.
Yeah. I mean, you could either talk to each other and toss it up as a one-time thing and joke about it, or it's going to be weird between the two of you. Your roommates, you live together. Like, this is what it is. So,
oh, wow.
Girl, just have a conversation with her about it and ask her how she feels. Like, I don't know if you all are trying to have a relationship. If it's not that type of situation, I wouldn't make a huge deal about it. Say that you had some fun. Maybe you all would like do it again in the future and not think twice about it. I don't know. Like, what type of stuff is y'all doing?
Listen, you put the cart before the horse when you do that shit, because like imagine all the shit you see as a roommate to somebody, and as somebody that, you know, has had roommates before, it's just like you see different parts of your roommate that you don't necessarily, like, maybe you would see like if you were in a relationship. But then just imagine like going in the bathroom after your roommate done blown it up. You'd be like, damn, that bitch stink. And then like, you know what I'm saying? And then you turn around and you be like, but damn, I ate her ass. Like, I mean, you know, you'd be fucking your ass.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it can definitely be an uncomfortable thing, but I mean, you guys made the bed, now you have to lie in it. Pun intended.
Hopefully not together. No.
But yeah, I would just recommend just have a conversation with her and see how she feels about it. You know, you don't have to make it a big thing, especially if it just happened one time. You said that y'all lived with each other for like 3 years. and that you've known each other for years before that, just toss it up as a one-time thing. It's not that serious unless you make it serious.
Ow.
And then, what you got? You got one for me?
I do. At first I thought it was trolling because it said, yo, I need some real talk in the subject line, but I read it and it seems legit. All right. Ready? All right. It says, what's good? I'm in a crazy situation and I got to get this off my chest. So here's the deal. I'm a dad, right? Trying to do my thing, but baby mama's new dude is out here posting pics of my son on social media like he's some kind of influencer. Like, hold up. I'm the one who's supposed to be sharing these moments, not him. And get this, he's been throwing shade at me, calling me a deadbeat and on all of his posts. It's wild. I may not be perfect, but I'm grinding to be in my kid's life. And this dude's acting like he's dad of the year. So I'm feeling mad disrespected and I'm wondering what to do. Should I confront him, slide into his DMs, or just keep my head up and let it slide? If you were in my shoes, what would y'all do? Appreciate any advice you could drop. Stay real. Let's give him the name Khalil.
Okay, Khalil. Dang, it sounds like your future and the other guy is Russell Sierra's husband.
Oh, damn. I didn't even think about that. Oh, God, that is Russell Simmons. Damn.
You're feeling away. But the only difference is that's not your baby mom's husband. So it does. I can see how that can make you uncomfortable. And it's nothing saying that this relationship is solidified in any way. They could break up and today or tomorrow. And that's not cool for him to be doing what he's doing. I definitely would have a conversation with him. Even if you don't feel comfortable with having just a conversation with him, have a conversation with both of them together. Because whether you like it or not, for the time being, he is in your child's life. He's spending time with your child's mom. And so, in a sense, he is helping her to raise your child. It is a difficult conversation to have if you feel like he's overstepping his boundaries. But that's something that you're just going to have. And you're going to have to understand that if you don't marry the mother of your children or child, that these situations are always going to be present. Because eventually people do want to move on and form new relationships with other people. And so that means other people are going to be around your children. That's just something that you're going to have to, come to understanding, especially if you don't have full custody of your child. There's nothing wrong with people being step parents or good influences on your kids, but there does need to be boundaries, and there does need to be conversations had with all parties involved. Okay. Just to set the precedent of what you expect and what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. So just have a conversation with all three of them in the room and just let them know, like, this is acceptable, this is not, I don't appreciate this. And hopefully you guys can come to a conclusion on what to do moving forward.
Y'all be letting people too close to your children, period, because that's scary. Like, why is he even near the kids that much? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but that's how all these situations start. And posting pictures, I don't like it. Whatever. Okay.
I mean, me personally, I'm not introducing my kids to nobody that I've known for 3 months. First of all, we gonna have to be locked in for at least a year, almost 2 years, for me to even feel comfortable with you around my kid, because
there you go.
There's so many weirdos and perverts and abusive people out here that is doing people to children,
and they're thriving. They are doing well and doing shit to people.
And no, like, It didn't say how long. It just said new dude. So he might be new to you, but not new to her. So just keep that in mind. But y'all got to stop like forcing these people and your kids together too soon. But that's another conversation. That's my advice for that guy.
All right.
Anyway, I do my last one. This comes from Ivan. Okay, Ivan. Dear Lyric.
Why'd you make that face? You said Ivan and then your eyes got big.
I've never heard that name before. Like
Ivan?
I've never heard of an Ivan ever.
You never met one of you never
I've
heard
never
of that
met
name.
an Ivan ever in my life. Okay. My partner consistently tells me that I suck at cooking. Even though I've put a ton of effort in over the years to be a better cook. And she eats my food, but then complains about it. How do I get her to actually like my cooking?
Stop putting raisins in it.
She used to do more of the cooking at the beginning, or we'd go out and eat. However, now I'm the only one who buys groceries, does the cooking, and cleans up the kitchen 99% of the time. When she feels up to it, she'll clean the kitchen about once or two times during the week. I feel like I'm at my wit's end with this. I regularly make recipes from different YouTube shows that I watch or stuff from off of Food Network. And I tried things from different sites that I know she likes and has liked before. But she always makes a fuss after she eats my food. And I'm sick and tired of her being ungrateful. She tells me that I'm a bad cook and that I suck. And I feel extremely unappreciated when I'm putting all this effort. This is literally a part-time job with how much work it takes during the week. What should I do?
I'm imagining a dude sitting in the other room listening to her TikTok videos, talk about just making notes, and the bitch sitting there talking about everybody's so creative. He's sitting there writing down this shit.
Okay, well,
y'all crack me up. Go ahead. Everybody's so creative. And he in the other room jotting down notes, talking about why don't she like this? She be hearing this shit all the time. Like, what?
See, so this is what it is. In the beginning, she started out cooking. She might be used to her own taste buds and how she likes to season her food. And then you also said that y'all used to primarily go out to eat. So now she has to get used to your food, and apparently you're doing something that she doesn't like. So what I suggest, and instead of just outright asking her, why don't you make it a thing where you create a date where you guys cook together, and then you get a sense of how she likes to season food. She gets a sense of what you may or may not be doing right in the kitchen, and you guys can help each other in that way. So she doesn't feel like she's not being heard, and your feelings aren't getting hurt every day from cooking all of these enormous meals and basically having her shit on them every chance that she gets.
Because you done shit on her plate.
Cook together, or just start cooking your own meals, and point that be so hateful when somebody is going out of their way to cook in the kitchen. I know I feel away sometimes when I be slaving over a hot stove, and baby, I can cook down, so don't come for me. I cooks down.
I know you do.
And be told, oh, I'm not hungry yet. Put my stuff in the microwave. I'll eat it later. No, you eat it now when I cook it. I done made all this food. You'll eat it now. So I understand, it's a cook thing, but maybe your skills aren't as far. Watch some more cooking shows. See what else that they're doing that maybe you're not doing. Buy premium ingredients. Don't go to dollar store and think that you're going to come out with a gourmet meal. It's not going to work.
Not you going in for Lowry's and you came out with Larry's. Oh, no.
Yes, start changing up your ingredients, and that might help too. But mostly, I want you to use this as an opportunity to date in-house, and you'll get a better idea of what she likes and what she does not like when you do this. So that's my recommendation. That is definitely what I would do. Just have fun with it. Cooking is not supposed to be that stressful.
But you're making it stressful and seasoning it bad, running up everybody's blood pressure even more.
Of course, they say you're never supposed to eat from a cook that's upset, because you're gonna get extra salty food, you're gonna get burnt food, because they're cooking with emotions. When you cook happy, you're gonna get a happy meal.
Oh,
not McDonald's, but you know what I mean.
I mean,
you can tell when a meal is made from love. So that's my 2 cents. And like I say, if you guys want to continue sending me your advice questions, please do send them to my Gmail at lickfrado@gmail.com, and send them to my DM on Twitter, send them to my Instagram, send them to my Facebook and my TikTok if you have to.
Alrighty, we're going to tandem troll the timeline. Up next, we'll be right back.
My daddy said people don't want to talk about it, but they care about it. We were having a conversation about HIV, and that led me to thinking about 3 different things. Number 1, because we don't talk about it, most folks do not know about the advancements they've made in medication. For instance, you can take some medicine that will decrease your viral load, which will make it where you are undetectable. U equals U is something that I learned since I'm working with HBTN, and U equals U stands for undetectable, means untransmittable, and because we don't talk about it, most folks don't even know that. And that takes me to number 2. Because we don't talk about it, many people still believe mythological things about its access to treatment, and they believe you gotta have Magic Johnson money to live a healthy life while being positive, which just isn't true. All this takes me down to number 3. Because if we don't talk about it, but you really care about it, is it okay for us to interrogate how much you care about how people live with HIV and the misinformation surrounding it? Do we? Education is elevation now. Holla.
Time to troll.
We back, and it's time to troll the timeline. Alrighty, Miss Lyric, so let's go ahead and talk about all these deaths, because it has been a week. The Angel of Death has been working overtime this week. What is happening?
It really has. So, unfortunately, this week we have lost James Earl Jones. Yesterday we lost Frankie Beverly. And I think last week or 2 weeks ago, we lost Rich Homie Quan. 3.
And who? Shit! Come on, the dude that died on stage. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, Fat Man Scoop died too.
Yes, Hype Man. That's what I was trying to call him. Oh my gosh,
I can't forget about him.
Yep. What is happening? Like, what is going on? James Earl Jones, but you know what? I'm not even mad because he passed away at 93 years old. Yes. That is a life. That is a life. He gave us all the joints. The Great White Hope, Field of Dreams, Coming to America, The Lion King, Star Wars galore. I don't even watch Star Wars, but I know the parts that he in. I'll tell you that. I know them parts. The Exorcist, he was in that joint. I mean, just all of them. A Family Thing. This man, what an icon. And you never heard him. I didn't hear him any mess.
Never.
Like, any time that you heard James Earl Jones' name, it was always associated with I'm good.
Yep. As it should. Iconic.
Yeah.
And then Frankie Beverly, iconic, and iconic. He passed away at 77. And you know what? All day today, while I was out everybody and they mom and
Before I let go.
playing Before I Let Go. That's
Yep.
all you heard. And all his other
Yep.
songs. As I
Yep.
travel down the highways and the byways.
Pivotal figure of music. The man's an icon. Celebrated for his contributions. Like, he was the lead vocalist, songwriter, influential soul R&B group, Maze, of course, energized in the 1970s. What does this thing say? It says Beverly's smooth, emotive voice and heartfelt lyrics resonated deeply with audiences, helping define the sound of classic soul. Man. And listen, my mom texted me this morning. She was like, Frankie Beverly died. I was like, oh no, not the fave. Somebody call the people. Watch my mom. Woo, that was her fave.
Videos of people passing out, telling their elder loved ones that he passed, and they crying. Like, he was so influential, man. Big part of a lot of people's lives.
Yep. I wanted to save the political talk for real talk, but this is one of the trending topics, and it kind of alludes to what we'll talk about in real talk. So, the Shade Room reported that, Vice President nominee Senate J.D. Vance amplified a false claim that Haitian immigrants are abducting and eating pets in Springfield, Ohio. Although the city's police department denied any incidents. Vance took to X and published a video of him at a July Senate Banking, Housing and Urban Affairs hearing, reading a letter from Springfield City Manager Brian Heck. The liar. Freudian slip. The letter detailed the city's challenges in keeping up with the housing as growing Haitian immigrant population. So basically, he pivoted this into the false narrative that began to spread online. Heck said false allegations against immigrants were distracting from the real issues. So, I don't know. And it's like a whole thing. He told Hill in a statement in response to recent rumors alleging criminal activity by the immigrant population in our city. We wish to clarify that there have been no credible reports or specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community. But the fact that you have to even put this out, for real?
Sickening.
We'll get no more of that later.
But the memes, though. The memes. They started early.
We gonna get to it. Cause
I got another political thing in line with that. Your girl made a post saying who she's gonna endorse. Your girl, none other than Taylor Swift.
Who? I do
Taylor
not know.
Swift tapped on Instagram, letting everyone know that as a voter, she made sure to watch and read everything she could about Kamala's proposed policies and plans for this country. She said she's done her research and she's made her choice. She will be casting her vote for Kamala Harris and Mr. Walz in the 2024 presidential election.
Listen. Okay. And also, water is wet, but okay. Okay. So sad. 23 schools in Baltimore reported that they have 0 students in their school that are proficient in math at their grade level per state test results.
I saw that. That's
right up here with us. Like, with me, Baltimore. Really? Y'all can count? And it's not the baby's fault. It's the adults. Y'all hiding the math books too? What the fuck? Here's something good. Angela Bassett won her first Emmy after 9 nominations.
Oh, that's great.
Listen, It has been a long time coming. It says Angela Bassett recently won her first Emmy Award at the 2024 Creative Arts Emmys for her narration in the National Geographic series Queens, which highlights the lives of animal matriarchies worldwide. With an all-female production team, the 7-part documentary captivated Bassett, who initially hesitated, but was ultimately drawn to its focus on powerful female stories. Her win makes a significant milestone in the wildlife documentary filmmaking, celebrating both her talent and the importance of female representation in the industry. So, and she, come on now, really? Angela Bassett, everything she does.
Iconic. Iconic.
Speaking of music, well, not even speaking of music, I don't even know why I went there, but okay, there's been chatter of how the CMAs have snubbed Beyonce.
We all knew that was coming, though. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. So who's surprised? Because I've seen the chatter online. I've seen people talking about it. Everybody's like, yeah, she needed to stay her ass away from country music in the first place. What she think was going on? I'm like, so you know that she created the album in protest of how she was treated at the Country Music Awards in the first place. Like, that's what all of this is about. That's why she did it. That was the point. To protest, say that I can not only do your shit, but I can do it better, and you can't do what I can do. Went up there, showed out, album been #1, and people have still turned around and said, no, at the CMAs. And that's the whole controversy. But again, who is shocked? This is literally what she said would happen. So now it's an illustration of what she said. She's proven the point. This ain't about talent. It's not about actual ability. Taylor Swift. This is about you putting who you want to be seen in front of all of us, for us to then know that name, because that's what y'all do. Because y'all feel like country music, y'all feel like everything is yours, even though you came along, colonized everything, enslaved us, took people's land that was here, paraded it around, still do so today, act like it's yours. Like, all of this is what she said.
Yeah.
What's wrong with y'all? Like, do you not get it? Ugh. And what irritates me when people go at Beyonce, I try not to be a beehive kind of person. Excuse me, but the issue is that why do we have to, like, a woman that does so much for our community as Black, she's done Black is King, Black Parade, like everything it is about the Black and the Black movement and the upliftment of people. Everything. And you are still going to have people that don't like her, great, but don't snub her for the woman had #1. The album was #1. And not even a nomination. Anyways.
Disrespectful.
It is. Let's see. Oh, well, okay. Perfect segue. Speaking of music and,
oh Lord,
that's finally happened. They finally decided that Sexy Red needs to go, and I'm happy with that. Have you heard?
I didn't hear about this. Do tell.
All right, so we can all basically learn a lesson from Sexy Red. Her national tour is being canceled for low ticket sales. She can get 1 million views online, but can't fill a stadium. I wish the sister well, but God won't be mocked. It's not her, it's the powers that be. Basically, people have been saying that since her since her concerts and stuff have been, it's a lack of attendance. So a lot of them are being canceled. I'm saying, are we shocked? Because with all of this and music, Sexy Red can't sell tickets. Lil Wayne can't perform at the Super Bowl. What do those two people have in common? I'll give you a hint. It's very, very orange. And both of them supported it, and it ain't a basketball. And, you know, the conversation has gone to where, you know, it's like people are withdrawing support from these people that have openly supported Trump. And everybody's like, oh, what's happening? People have made, you know, they're going online. They talk about Jay-Z and how he selected Kendrick Lamar instead of a multitude of every time I pick up my phone, it's another person that should have been there other than Kendrick, according to the internet. But we're looking at who his wife is. Again, black, upliftment. What's not clicking? These people support Trump openly. We're not going to keep giving money to these people.
Right. I got something.
What you got?
Diddy is facing a new lawsuit.
Yeah,
another one.
So
this new lawsuit is over alleged abuse and assault involving former Making the Band star Don Richard from Danity Kane, a participant on Diddy's 2004 MTV show Making the Band. She's come forward with claims that Diddy emotionally abused, sexually harassed, and tormented her, while also forcing her to witness brutal acts of violence against his ex-girlfriend, Cassie.
Every day.
I'm not surprised.
That's another one. Every time I pick up my phone.
Tell y'all.
Yep.
Remember that girl in the Caucasian girl in the group?
Oh yeah.
All that stuff done to her face. She tried to tell everybody years and years and years ago. And everybody said that she was crazy and that she was lying and that she was bitter because she was no longer in the group.
Of course.
Well, honey, the chickens have come to roost. And everything that goes down in the dark must come to light. And that includes all of his shenanigans.
And all them roaches is scattering. And let me tell you this. That's another one. Every time I pick up my phone, it's a different person with a different allegation. Y'all skeletons are coming out. And like people are sick of this. People are sick of the misogyny. They're sick of the rapists and the abusers flourishing. For nothing. Y'all continue to get rich and continue to do fuck shit to people. The time for that shit being rewarded is over.
Yep. Kim Porter's host is working overtime, honey.
What else? I was going to talk about Jonathan Majors. Well, I wasn't going to talk extensively, but they said that he's reportedly going to charge $140 for autographs at an upcoming festival, according to the Shade Room.
Ciao, bye. Next.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you need that money. You need that money, and
because we don't like you that much to be paying you $140. Sorry, honey.
Oh, did you hear about Shannon Sharp?
I briefly heard something, but I didn't really go all into it because I'm not a huge fan. But
so he's saying, okay, so basically he's saying that his phone got hacked, or his device got hacked, or whatever, because a Instagram video popped up, and it was a live video, but it wasn't Shannon talking. It was Shannon's phone, I guess, just sitting on the table, because all you see is a surface, a wall, or something. But that's all you can see. But the audio is very much so clear. And what you hear is a bunch of moaning, a bunch of groaning. What sounds like,
somebody having sex.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something funny to say, but yeah, there you go. So they was talking, and it's on there, and the audio is hilarious because you hear him. You know how big Shannon is, right?
Yeah.
He sounds like his sex sounds like he looks. Does that make sense?
Oh, I gotta listen
Like,
to it now because I can't imagine it. But
it's
everybody's
big
saying
and
it's very
sweaty.
cringy.
Oh, it is. Because you look at him and you think of him taking them glasses off and the sweat beads and him just being that old man with the breath and oh my God. It was awful. I will not play that audio. I don't know. I might post production. I don't know. Oh, yep. Let's see. That's all I got because the next one is for my other Cassidy segment. So, you got something else?
I have nothing further.
Good, because we sick of talking about y'all shit. All right, up next, all the Cassidy. We'll be right back.
Who are you voting for this year?
Donald Trump.
And why are you doing that?
Because Joe Biden sucks.
So, speaking about Sleepy Joe, do you think that him saying that he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years is a really bad thing?
Yeah.
Do you think people shouldn't vote for him because of that?
I think the guy should be thrown in jail.
What would you say if I told you that Trump actually said that he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years? Do you think he should be put in jail?
Well, he wouldn't say it. He's not an idiot.
He did. Do you want to hear it?
Lay it on me.
It was a trap.
I'm just going to punch him in the face if he embarrasses me.
Typical. All right, well, I was just making a joke.
Yeah, all right, I'm done with you.
That's great. You don't want to hear the clip?
Marcus has your glimpse into a world without seasoning.
All right, in this segment of Oh the Cassidy, I'm gonna have to act like I don't know Ice-T for just a second. Did you see that bullshit he tweeted?
Oh man, I have to admit, I laughed a good 5-10 minutes because
Right, so,
I can picture him saying it. But go ahead, tell the people what he said.
all right, he tweeted, "This new pronoun thing is too confusing for me. I'm just gonna keep calling everybody motherfucker or MF. I'm just calling everybody MF." Sir, I like Ice-T, but sir, I wouldn't be me if I didn't say something. First off, for those of y'all out there, I get it, okay? I get the whole, inclusivity thing. It's shocking for some of y'all. And a lot of y'all are having issues with it. It's rough. It is. I get it. But here's the thing. If you don't know anybody that is trans, if you don't know anybody that is non-binary, if you don't know anybody, you simply don't have to address them. You don't. It's possible to go through life and not address them because y'all love speaking on and interjecting yourselves into conversations that don't have nothing to do with you. Y'all will stand 10 toes down in the fact that y'all ain't gay, not with the gay shit, all of that other stuff, but you have so much to say about the gays, to which then the gays respond, and then y'all act like victims when you're canceled. Please stop doing this. You don't have to address everybody. And even if you do, address them by what they prefer to be called. Oh, well, I ain't calling you that. Your mama ain't name you that. Did your mama name you Ice-T? Because I'm sure she didn't. But you asked us to call you Ice-T. So we're calling you Ice-T. It's just that simple. If you don't know somebody's pronouns or whatever, you can either avoid them altogether or just ask them. And then just keep the shit moving. Y'all put too much weight on a pronoun dictating what's in your pants. Do y'all do genital inspections before you call your homeboy? Did y'all walk around showing dicks before everybody declared who they were? No, because it doesn't matter. But it does to some people. Some people take it very seriously. And it's dangerous nowadays because you have people that literally live their lives in their identity.
True.
So, I get it, Ice-T. I do. And I fuck with you. I do. I like you as a person. But don't delve into them phobias that everybody else is getting into, because then I'm gonna have to cancel you too. And I don't want to cancel you. You one of the few light skins out here that I like. Please stop this. We'll be back with the second half of the show.
Okay, everybody listen up. I know y'all my nieces and my nephews, but before you put those bags down to spend the night up over here, there's rules and regulations that you need to follow, so listen up. Now, first of all, your friends can't come over here. So ain't no pull up to my uncle's house, meet me on the front porch, because if I see any of that, they taking you the fuck home. And ain't no eating in the rooms in here. We eat at the table in here. What you looking at me funny for? You don't like it? Go home. And all that TikTok dancing and shit all around my house, showing my furniture and my TVs and shit, not in here. Because all your friends, they got your locations and they wear ski masks. Bitch, they robbers. 9 o'clock, lights off in this bitch. Every light and every TV. The only light I want on is the plug-in light so I can see your every move. And nephew, don't think that you can sneak in my room and go to my drawer because I sleep very light. Yeah, you ain't gonna get me like you got grandma. I know what you did. Thief! And what we cook is what we serve. If you can't eat in here, you won't eat shit because we ain't order no takeout. And if you do decide to eat here, but you feel like it's not enough because you still hungry, because I know y'all got big appetites because your mother used to giving you hot sausages, pickles, pickled eggs, Slim Jims, and candy. Don't think that you can wake up in the middle of the night and this motherfucker come downstairs in the kitchen and rattle through shit like Ben. Who's Ben? Oh, you don't know Ben? Do you know Mickey Mouse? Jerry? Do you know Master Splinter? Bitch, rodents. So, we eat dinner at 6 p.m., lights out by 9 p.m., wake up in the morning at 7 a.m., get in the shower, come downstairs and eat breakfast at 7:30 a.m., out of the house by 8 o'clock a.m. Where you going? To look for a job. Yeah, baby, you 16 and you 17. You think you gonna use all my motherfucking Wi-Fi? No, you gonna pay for your own. So, y'all cool with the rules? Or you want to go back home?
Take us to work. Take us on the go. Take us wherever you go. WRTR, Real Talk Radio.
Oh my God.
Hold on, wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
okay. I can't.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? But did you? I don't think we picked this. I can hear it through your phone, but I don't think the microphone picked up his part and all that. But did you hear? But you heard it, right?
Just say you went live on accident. Don't say you got hacked. We know that shit. Don't it sound sweaty? Do that. Don't it sound sweaty though? Mm-hmm. You get more respect when you just be up front and just tell the fucking truth. Like, why do y'all do that? Like Sexy Red tried to do that. Oh, I got hacked. Girl, we know that you posted that damn video. Like, come on.
Let's not forget Lil Fizz booty hole, which was trending on Twitter. I was like, wow.
Ain't nobody hacked your ass. Y'all be putting this stuff up to get the people talking.
Welcome to the second half of the show.
Come on now.
On WRTR Real Talk Radio. That was ghetto.
It was very ghetto.
But
definitely
okay.
Not here.
Hey. That ain't even what I was going to talk about either. I was going okay, do you want me to follow up on a Wi-Fi's question last week, or do you want to talk about how I'm missing The Circle and all the shows I'm about to watch?
Oh my gosh. Let's follow up on the wife question. Because I'm curious.
All right. I usually make up aliases for y'all unless you specifically ask me not to. So, but I don't remember what I called them. But whatever my why was last week about a brother wrote into the show asking why people are suddenly acting like therapy is an end-all be-all, and then doubled down on it, saying I answered like I was Trump, avoided the point, and I didn't answer him.
Oh,
So,
I think he was
I have to
Derek.
reply.
I think his name was Derek.
Okay, well, there you go. Either way, so I have to reply.
Okay.
The reason that people are acting like therapy is the end all be all. First off, it's not an end all be all. So I get that it can be extreme. But I will say that it has helped me personally, and I can speak on that from experience. And I look at some of the decisions that other people are making. You can tell the difference in therapy. A person that is healed or healing versus a person that isn't. Just the responses, just the overall emotion. Like for me, for example, once I started my healing journey and I got further into it, I stopped drinking. That alone made me drop 40 pounds easily. Like I am snatched to the gods at this point. But, and then, but there's more to it than that. With that came a sense of happiness. I felt better emotionally. I felt better internally. Like all of that as a result of more and more therapy. And you work out things that you don't even realize that are sitting on you. So people aren't asking, people aren't saying that it's an end all be all, but it is a good start. But here's the thing. Half of you niggas don't want to go because you don't want to open up to another person. You can't even open up to the person that you're sleeping next to for a lot of y'all. So the thought of opening up to a third party who you don't know could take your information for a lot of y'all. They could take my information. They could do because everybody's out to get y'all. That's why you need therapy, because you think everybody's out to get you. So it's not an end all be all. It is a literal let's start here, because once you fix you, then you can go out into the world and do whatever it is that you need to do without hurting everybody else around you.
Right. Passing your trauma on to everybody else.
Exactly. A lot of y'all get mad, that people don't want to be around you. But the thing is, they don't want to be around you because of a specific behavior. Very few people just look at a person and go, I don't like him for whatever reason. Like, there's a specific reason.
Right.
If you fix you, you will feel so much better about yourself that you may not even want to be around people. Hell, I feel good. And I ain't got to be around none of y'all niggas. But at the same time, when I am around y'all, now I'm not bringing my baggage. Now people want to be around. It's weird. But to answer your question, no, it is not an end all be all. And why people around you are acting like that, I don't know. But do yourself a favor and at least attempt to see what they're talking about. You owe yourself at the very least that. So there's your answer. Hopefully that reaches you well. What time we got? I guess we can talk. Are you ready for the circle?
I am, actually. You're the one that got me into watching it, because I refused for years and years. When you first started watching it and talking about it, I was like, I ain't watching that. I don't want to watch that. But then, I don't know what made me watch it. Probably I ran out of all of my regular shows that I'd be watching, and that was like the only thing on Netflix at the time. So I said, you know what? Let me see what this is around. Let me see. I cannot stop watching it. I binge watch season after season after season, just watching all of them.
Yes.
It is so good.
Because it shows you how people are going to respond that's what I like about these shows. I know it's totally AI figuring out how we operate to take over or whatever, but in the meantime, until they do, I'm going to enjoy these social experiments because they are intriguing. They really are. I'm on to Anonymous. That's one that plays on Peacock every Monday. They drop episodes. Matter of fact, I ain't even watched one from this week. But yeah, that's another one. Same kind of thing, but the difference is everybody's everybody's already intermingling. Like you're in a house, everybody they sleep on bunk beds and everything. Everybody pretty much sleeps in the same area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, everybody's, fellowship and having a good time with one another, but they have competitions throughout the day. Depending on how you do in the competition dictates, of course, whether or not you're up for elimination. But the kicker part about the anonymous is that the people then go into these little pods, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go there, and in the pods, all you select is an icon. You could be like any icon in the world. You just be that icon. And you have a whole chat with the other people. And then people be like, you know what? Lyric ain't pull her weight during the competition. That bitch need to go. It will be people sitting there. They will take jabs at one another. And they'll form alliances. Like you got this one dude on there. He's got a whole alliance right now with the dude that he's sitting there. And he just be trashing him in anonymous mode. So
I gotta watch that. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. So anyway, so those are some recommendations for y'all, because I will definitely be talking about them online. All right, moving on. Wi-Fi's. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully I can answer y'all's questions so you won't give me no hate feed. What do you think this is?
The standards of professionalism are like the credit score system. Neither of them make much sense when you really think about it, but we have to abide by them anyway, or at least we're expected to. There's nothing really wrong with this outfit. It's actually kind of practical for the summer. It just doesn't meet the standards of professionalism. In my experience, most jobs would frown upon wearing shorts to the initial interview, even if you'd be allowed to wear them once you got hired. This isn't the case for every job. But it is customary to go as conservative as possible for the interview, get the job, and then get a little more casual as time goes on. And if you're gonna do shorts, these are a bit more suitable for most jobs. Now again, the standards for professionalism are bullshit. They're arbitrary as hell. For example, thin women can often get away with dress code violations that thick women cannot. Black people have to consider which hairstyles are not professional. Mine would be considered unprofessional in a lot of places. Having an ethnic name can get your application tossed in the trash. Tattoos and visible piercings do not infringe upon your ability to do any job, yet they can be used to deny you employment. Even interview clothing is kind of a bitch when you think about the fact that homeless and low-income people are accused of doing nothing to try to get a job or better their circumstances. If you're too poor to buy the correct clothing and you can't acquire it through mutual aid, then you won't get a job. I say all this to say that the game is definitely rigged. Matter of fact, it's like black people playing Uno. You're going to get frustrated when you realize that all the rules are made the fuck up, but if you're going to play, then you're expected to follow them.
Why do you have roaches?
The Why File.
Why do my children hate me?
On WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Why did my vagina burn?
The truth is out there.
Explaining the unexplained. We're answering why to the questions you want to know by taking your tweets at WRTR Radio. We take your emails at WRTRradio@gmail.com. Tread lightly with the hate emails. And we take your Facebook messages over on our Facebook page, WRTR Real Talk Radio. This is the Why Files. Remember, the truth is out there. Batty from Tennessee wants to know why black girls always got to do ghetto pop before they speak.
Excuse me?
That's what Batty from Tennessee said. Why do black girls always got to do a ghetto pop before they speak?
Why is your name Batty?
Literally, like where they
It's
birth the ghetto pop. I feel like there's a whole village of ghetto pop that was birthed from the baddies. What? All right. Let's see. Anonymous from the DMV wants to know why, when a man tells someone he's bisexual, they automatically classify him as gay.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. You want that one?
I'm not taking that one.
Okay. So, okay.
I have no idea.
Because Okay, here's the thing. Bisexual people exist. That doesn't mean that they walk down the street horny for everybody, like most of y'all do. This is just simply you can be you can be attracted to the same sex. You can be attracted to the opposite sex. The thing is, and you know what? I'm guilty of it too, because for years I was that person that would not deal with bisexual men because I was like, oh nah, it's already a thing where I got to worry about, who he cheating on me with in the gay community. I ain't even ready for the variable women too and yada yada. Like, this is something that I said and believed, and a lot of us still do. But hey, there, what you say his name was? Yeah, that therapy. That's where that comes in. But yeah, there you go, Derek. But that's what I'm saying. So it's hard for people to believe that you can be attracted to one thing or another. Like, you can be attracted to both things. But the things that attract you to a man aren't the same things that attract you to a woman, and vice versa. It can happen. And the way that it's misogyny that makes y'all think that a man is gay if he's bi. That's why there's DL people. That's why people live their lives in the closet, because of y'all. Because y'all don't let them live in their truth. Because the moment that they come out as bi, every woman, a lot of y'all, a lot of women will automatically write them off. Oh, well, he gay. And then you find out later on down the line that he may be bisexual. And now all of a sudden you ready to call your homies and you ready to, sit here and fall out and act like he didn't gave you X, Y, and Z. Like, just chill. Bisexual people exist. Why? Because the truth is out there.
Okay, now.
What you got?
All right. Naya from PG County wants to know.
Naya.
Why is Rashida still with Kirk? From Love and Hip Hop.
Oh my
After
God.
he done had a whole baby on her. And
Okay, I
still
know
trying to sleep with
nothing
the
about
baby mama.
I know nothing about Love and Hip Hop. I can't.
So I don't watch it no more, but they do have a tumultuous marriage. And I'm gonna say this. Only she knows when she's done and had enough. That's when she's gonna take it upon herself to leave that man. Other than that, she ain't going nowhere until she feels like she's ready. And that's why she's still with him.
There it is. There it is.
Obviously.
Is that it? You got another one?
Yes. This one comes from me.
Oh, hell.
Why did somebody put out that DeBrat and Big Booty Judy was getting a divorce?
Are you serious?
Why did somebody even start this rumor? And of course, they already refuted it to be untrue. But why are y'all that happy to start these trash ass rumors on people's relationships? Why are y'all doing that?
Because they hating. People, y'all can't stand to see nobody happy. They ain't doing nothing but smiling and raising their babies and having a good time.
And somebody gonna put, oh, Judy was caught talking to a man or having a secret relationship with a man, so DeBrat filed divorce and all of this stuff. And I'm just like, and to make it so bad, blogs started reposting it. And of course, they had to come out and be like, what are y'all talking about? Like, if we didn't say any of this, stop reposting this trash because it's not true. We're happily married. Nobody did anything out the way. Mind y'all motherfucking business. And I respect it. I respect it.
You sounded so genuine. I respect that.
I do.
You are ready for the DNC at this point.
Black love, period.
We are not going back. Why?
Because the truth is out there.
God damn it, it is. And that wraps it up for this week's Wild Files. We'll be right back with news to make you nauseous. I picked the one that Tigger would have picked. in his honor. He ain't dead, but there we go.
So I just finished watching the presidential debate. I don't think Donald Trump understands he's running against Kamala Harris. I don't think he understands shit. What the fuck was he talking about? Oh my God. The man couldn't stay in subject. He had spit coming out of his mouth. His dentures look like they're about to fall off. He's so piping mad. We about to see 2 hours of craziness on True Social. This is insane. That was everything. They taking this, they taking that. Doom, gloom, gloom, doom, doom, gloom. What the fuck are you talking about, sir? What? Oh, this shit gives me a headache. The only thing I did not like is the fact that he got to keep speaking. I don't know why he got to keep speaking, man. I don't know. I don't understand that one. But when he was speaking, he was just saying caca. That was so bad. Kamala did it. She did it. She stayed on point. She talked to the American people. She told us what her plans were. She spoke like a president. The orange buffoon over there, salad. Anywho, I knew she was going to do good because, again, she is a person that actually is professional. The orange buffoon is not. That was so bad. Oh, my God. Well, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I don't think he's going to debate her again.
And now,
Say what?
news to make you nauseous on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Let's go.
Alrighty then. These are some of the stories you might not read about in the New York Times, the Washington Post, or the Wall Street Journal. It's news to make you nauseous. You going first?
Sure. All right. Say what, DC?
Say what?
On September 1st, Justin Robinson, a violence interrupter, which I hate that phrase. Can we just say peacemaker? Because
a violence interrupter?
Yes. I don't know who came out with that phrase. It
I
just has
hate
such
it.
a negative
That's my first time
connotation to it.
hearing.
Peacemaker. I'm going to say peacemaker. For the city of DC was shot and killed by DC police. On Sunday, officers responded to a call regarding a car crash at a McDonald's in DC. According to Fox 5 DC, upon arrival, Justin Robinson was found unconscious with a gun in his lap while sitting in the drive-thru. As Robinson began to awake, his hand was on his gun, and the officers asked him to put the weapon down, which led to officers opening fire. After firing 11 rounds, Robinson was pronounced deceased on the scene.
Wow.
His death has caused an uproar in the DC community, leading locals signing off a petition entitled Justice for Justin. Robinson's sister said, "I watched the video over and over and over again. There's a reason why we choose not to release the video, because we want you guys to see the whole video." 2 of the officers involved in the shooting have been placed on administrative leave. Now, I'm going to say this. Since the body cam footage has been released, they originally said that he had his hand on his weapon, but that's not what the footage showed. The footage shows him with his hands to his side. He raises his hands to his face. His other arm never moves. And that's when they proceed to shoot him. His hand was never near the gun. In fact, people are outraged because you could actually hear on the body cam that there was an officer who offered to go remove the gun from his lap safely while he was unconscious and could have done so, but he was instructed not to.
Wow. By who? Wait, who instructed?
By another officer.
Again,
So,
just another situation.
They already knew that he had the gun in the car because even before he was awake, they saw him. They had like at least 20 officers or so out there, and you could see them shining the flashlights and this, that, and the third, so they knew it. This is why people are so pissed off, because they try to act like they were unaware that the gun was there by shouting gun, 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 and then shooting him 11 times.
That is so crazy. That is just, it keeps happening over and over and over. And that's what we be talking about.
Yeah.
Y'all want to elect this orange idiot that takes situations like this and then deems the cop unresponsible for it.
Right.
Like, what?
It's not right.
Okay. Well, this one still ends in death, but it's a little bit more, chatty, and I figure it was one that Tigger Man would have picked. So, it's from his favorite site to pull this ratchet ass news. Say what, Flint, Michigan?
Say what?
I think I'm getting sick because I keep having to clear my throat. Anyways, Flint police rolled up on the scene of East Hamilton after a wild situation went down. Apparently, a 29-year-old man was hit by a speeding SUV and ended up in the hospital, where he sadly didn't make it. Now, here's the kicker. Earlier that day, that same man was at a wedding, looking fly as a groomsman, right? But after some undisclosed drama popped off, he got intentionally run over by the 22-year-old groom that clearly didn't know how to handle his emotions.
Shut up.
I'm not lying. Now he's charged with second-degree murder and sitting in the slammer with no bond. And don't forget the 21-year-old bride, who's also been tagged as an accessory after the fact. $4,000 bond for her ass too.
Wow.
So I'm looking and I'm like, wonder what went down there.
Sounds like a crime of passion.
You ran somebody down with an SUV, dog, like a whole SUV. Like you did not no fisticuffs, not let me beat your ass, not no funny ass videos y'all be peddling on World Star. You ran him down with an SUV.
Yep.
You're getting sarcastic emails about why therapy is needed. Girl, bye. All right. If you want these and more nauseating news stories, make sure you follow us over on Twitter and, on Twitter at WRTR Radio. We got an Instagram on Facebook at WRTR Real Talk Radio. I'm at MarcusSmoot. That's Marcus Smoot.
And I'm on all social media platforms, with the exception of the nasty ones, at Lyric Bravado.
Yep, and now we don't have no third person, so I guess we just move on.
But I'm sure he still has his OnlyFans for those who were wanting to know.
Yikes. All right. All right, we've been saving it. Real talk. We talking the debate and all the shenanigans. Up next.
Donald Trump is going to absolutely destroy Kamala Harris.
I knew that this wasn't going to age well, which is why I told you that I'd be back to check in with you to see how it's going. One of my favorite things last night watching the debate was, of course, watching Kamala destroy Trump, point after point after point. But my favorite thing that really made me laugh all night long was watching the moderators fact check and correct Trump over and over again. Let's take a look.
The governor before, he said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. Madam Vice President, want to get...
Oh, brother, I mean, you would have to be a complete, total idiot to believe that.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats.
CNews News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there had been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say, I'm not taking this from television.
But the people
I'm
on
taking it from the city manager.
Deranged. That is the only way you can describe this character. I mean, he's getting his information from social media.
Talk about extreme.
I love her facial expressions and her laugh.
crime in Venezuela and crime in countries all over the world is way down. You know why? Because they've taken their criminals off the street and they've given them to her to put into our country.
And here comes another fact check to make him look just like his followers. What does he call his followers? Something educated, something dwellers?
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country. But
Excuse me, the FBI... Nancy Pelosi was responsible. She didn't do her job.
The question was about you as president, not about former Speaker Pelosi. But I do want Vice President...
Keeping it 100. It's Real Talk. On WRTR, Real Talk Radio. We keep it real.
Alrighty, Miss Lyric, let's get into it. That debate.
Oh my gosh.
Did you
Can
watch
say,
the slaughter live? Oh, yeah, you did, because we were in the group
I
chat.
sure did. I sure did. I had so much to say. He really had so much to say. Nothing of importance.
Nothing.
But it was a disgrace on his side. It was comedy hour because he did say some wild, funny shit that I laughed. And now we have thousands of memes about it. But Miss Harris, our vice president, ate that motherfucker from the rooter to the motherfucking tutor. Okay?
It was open season on his orange ass. Open season on his orange ass.
He demolished his ass.
All right, so let's get into it because I pulled like 5 questions that people are talking about. All right, contrasting visions. Let's see. How did each candidate's vision for America differ in terms of economic policy? Okay, I'm not answering all those, but what did you think about her overall one of the things that I liked about it was when she first showed up. Did you see how she walked across the stage over to him and shook hands?
Sure did.
And she was like, Kamala Harris, like, bitch. And he's sitting there like he made no effort. He acted like he was shocked that she did it. Well, I mean, I'm sure he doesn't get that response from people often, so maybe he was. But yeah, there was that. I loved how she was able to take control of every question and had clear and concise answers with numbers that did not seem fabricated. So Bay and I were watching this together, and the whole time he's sitting there counting how many times Donald Trump either said 1 million or 1 billion or a lot of people. And it was so, like, at some point I'm just like, please stop. It just got ridiculous. The amount of times that he just lied. Okay. So the first doozy was when he was talking about the abortion thing and executing babies.
Oh my gosh.
Who's executing babies? Where is this happening? And how come Donald Trump's the only person that's noticed? Because
he just be lying and making up stuff at this point.
Abortion. So the way abortion works is that the baby is terminated before the pregnancy. Otherwise, it would just be called murder. The fact that it's like aborting it's like aborting the pregnancy before the child is born. We're not waiting till 9 months. The baby comes out, and then we're executing babies.
Isn't that what he said, though?
That's literally what he said, and that's not what's happening. So, how is anybody unclear on? You know what? Before I even ask that question, let's go back. Then he said, Haitian immigrants, because somebody brought up, one of the moderators brought up J.D. Vance's claim about the animal eating. And he doubled down on it. He's like, yeah, they're eating babies. The Haitian immigrants are eating babies in Springfield, Ohio. Meanwhile, Springfield is like, hey, girl, so nobody's eating babies here. I'm sorry, nobody's eating animals here. So don't know what y'all talking about. Like, what's going on?
This is the end result of what happens when you come ill prepared and you're unqualified. That's just it. That's just as simple as that. She had a plan for damn near everything that they asked her. He did not. What did he do? All he did was point the blame and lie and say how much he did during his presidency, which was immediately refuted by her with actual facts that you can go on Google and find out. He had no leg to stand on last night, and it clearly showed who the winner was of the debate. Now, of course, you still had these scragglers and delusional fans of his that still tried to say, oh, he won and this, that, and the third. No. What was y'all watching? Because as soon as she said something about nobody coming to his rallies,
that rattled him.
Became unhinged.
That rattled his ass.
And she won at that point to me.
She did. And she said that shit early. So the rest of his whole thing, he was just shook the whole time. Like, how dare this, hard R say this about my campaigns? And oh no. And did you notice how he had to jump out there and clear that up? He was like, oh no, there's lots of people, tons of lots of people. Like, I hate it.
I wish I had done this yesterday. Counted how many times he said they in reference to Kamala and Joe Biden's camp. He just kept saying, every time they asked him a question, he would never answer it as far as what he would do. He just kept throwing it off, saying they're ruining this country. He said they ruined this country at least 25, 30 times. At least.
But here's the thing: they got the country. You handed it over. You handed the keys to them. Or like, what's not clicking? You fucked up. They've spent the better part of their presidency trying to fix the things, or all of their presidency trying to fix the things that you want to continue to screw up. Like, you want another opportunity to further screw up. Then of course, like you said, the fans of his supporters have been taken to the internet, and the first thing I saw, it was unfair. It was 3-on-1. That's what they're saying now. It's 3-on-1, and that it was unfair to him because he was debating 3 people. How? That's where I'm going with it. Like,
no, it was fair. He just came unprepared.
Fair. But what is it that wasn't? How was? First off, I do agree that the moderators suck, because I saw a lot of those comments. Let me go to them, because it was a lot that people were saying.
To speak on that, I did not like the fact that anytime he cut Kamala off, he was allowed to do so. And the moderator kept cutting Kamala off. And then when Trump decided to speak, he was allowed to fucking speak.
Yep.
And it was pissing me off that she was not giving the same respect as he was.
Actually, I like that fact, because the fact that he was able to interject and still lost was wonderful to me, because if anybody was slighted, I feel like it was the vice president, not necessarily him. And I do see a comment. Somebody said, I thought we were cutting off microphones, ABC. And then these memes, golly, these memes. Baby, I done seen everything from Mark safe from having my pet eaten today to y'all sitting there taking a family pet and putting them in the oven. I done seen somebody put their teacup dog in the microwave. Like,
my mom put their dog in an army outfit and basically said, I'm not having it. I'm going for her. She keeps us pets safe for something she put on Facebook. And I was howling for a good 5 minutes. These memes are out of control, and the internet will always be undefeated when it comes to that.
I know that's right. Somebody said, let's see, Jeremiah Sutton said, I'm afraid I have to disagree with some of the comments. The moderators did an excellent job. The more he talked, the more the American people could see how unhinged he was. You can learn so much more about people with your mouth shut, and the moderators shut their mouths so that we could learn. Excellent strategy. Let's see. That was interesting. Somebody said you're not running against Joe. Oh yeah, did you see that part? Because he kept bringing up Joe Biden.
Yes.
And Kamala had to remind him. She's like, hey girl, so you're not debating Joe. You're debating me. It almost felt like he took the same notes that he planned on going at Joe with and just brought him over to Kamala, like without doing any research.
Yep.
I don't know. So
she came to read though. She read him down. She read his ass down.
She did. And the internet, like you said, remains undefeated. Somebody said the only thing I agree with him about is that I've definitely had my cat ate a few times. I can't stand y'all.
I can't with people. My favorite thing that she said was Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people, and clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that. She ate
him
with that line.
Him.
She ate his ass with that line. And the look on her face. So not only that, people are talking about her facial expressions that she had during this whole debate. They were priceless, honey. Priceless.
So I'm gonna print that picture out of all the Kamala faces, and I'm gonna put it on the refrigerator under one of those little mood circles. And every day I'm gonna move it to the Kamala mood that I'm feeling the most that particular day, because she had a mood. She had a face for everything. It was shock. It was appall. It was anger. It was confusion. Because when he started talking about them animals, I think we all was like, what? Because I even got on the internet. I was just like, pets? We eating pets, girl? Like, what? So we're wrapping up this week here on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Miss Lyric, so you think you think we good? You think we settled? I mean, do you feel better about the election? What are your feelings right now with it?
First of all, Trump ain't never had a chance in hell for my vote, so it didn't matter to me one way or another. I just watched the debate just to see what she had to further say, and just got entertained in the process by all the crazy psychotic shit that came out of his mouth. So
yeah. Speaking of, I forgot about transgender operations in jail. That was another one. Who's turning trans in jail? Like, what?
Yeah, he said so much. I can't even remember everything that he said. He was like, we got a president that don't even know he's alive. When I tell you, I lost it. I lost it. I said, this is the most triflingest, ignorant motherfucker I have ever seen. And it got so bad. Did you notice that she almost called him a motherfucker?
I did. She stopped herself. She immediately stopped herself. And she was like,
she said, this I said, well, if you ain't know she's black, you know now.
Well, I know that's right, because that jumped out. If you were unclear, let me clear it up for you, bitch. We can't take nothing serious, though. I tell you, we can't.
That was the wildest debate I have ever seen.
But you know what? October 1st, that's when Down with the Bigots Part 2 starts. That's JD Vance and Tim Walz. I cannot wait, because Walz don't play, and JD is he's just an idiot, in my opinion. He is just an idiot.
He seems like he's a little slow.
He does. he seems he gives me like weird frat boy vibes.
Yeah.
Like they're always doing something weird, and some of
like
those
you just got
houses.
in because of your name, not because you're qualified to be there. Like, come on.
Right. And then there was something that the moderator said. He had asked Trump a question about something that JD Vance said, and Trump was like, "Oh, well, I haven't talked to him about that." And I was like, "Hold up, pause. So you plan on running this country with another person that you didn't have this conversation with? How is anybody on the fence? Like, how? Okay, I can't." Anyways, I think we had already wrapped it up, but we wrapping it up again, and we will holler at y'all next week.
Okay.
Right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
WRTR Real Talk Radio.
This week's show features work from TikTok creators Chris the Author, The Conscious Lee, Parker Get a Job, I Am Lonnie B, Goddess Mia, and Vintage Townie 1, using our platform to amplify your voices.